I'm certain you've all seen the video or news of a guy choking out another guy, and because race plays such a factor, it was a white guy choking out a black guy.
Homicide by chokehold. That's how the official cause of death for a mentally ill subway rider who was harassing passengers and then was restrained by a Marine. The announcement coming tonight from the medical examiner who says Jordan Neely's neck was compressed during the encounter. The Manhattan DA's office says it has not decided yet whether to press charges against the Marine. New York Mayor Adams on CNN tonight, taking issue with City Comptroller Brad Lander, who wants the Marine prosecuted.
I don't think that's very responsible at the time where we're still investigating the situation. We have so many cases where passengers assist of the riders, and we don't know exactly what happened here.
The encounter happened Monday afternoon. Eyewitnesses say Neely was acting erratically to others, but not directly threatening the Marine. Now, however, much debate about the role of bystanders getting involved in potentially dangerous situations.
And I'm certain you've seen all these people spreading tweets all around the ether saying, this was a good person, this was a noble homeless man, homeless people should not be punished. Look, here's a video of him being Michael Jackson and moonwalking all over the subway. This was a lovable person, this was an innocent soul. And if you listen to all those people, in your mind you would think, well, this is obviously a case of another angry white guy with too much privilege doing something he shouldn't have done and getting away with it because he was brought in for questioning and then let go. But if you were to actually wait and understand that news has to be spread about this, you would understand that this guy who people are claiming is an innocent soul, is someone who we should care for, someone we should understand, someone we should protect, someone who shouldn't be in a situation where he's getting killed for being on a subway, you would find out that he's been arrested up to 40 times. And when it comes to situations like this, where you just hear about something from Twitter or a headline and you go spew that the person who is the victim is 100% this innocent soul who's done no wrong on the earth, and there's nothing absolutely wrong with this person, and how dare you open yourself up to the Pandora's box of obvious criticism.
And because what people are constantly given is this narrative that homeless people are dangerous, people think that they can take matters into their own hands. Narrative that homeless people are dangerous. Narrative that homeless people are dangerous.
Where do we live that we have to watch again a person being choked to death in public without anybody doing anything?
And here it is. You can't look at something from 10 years ago and say, this is who this person is now. I'm not even looking at these 40 arrests and saying, this is who this person is now. Yes, we got a background that could say this person was potentially an issue on the subway, but we don't know. All I got is camera footage of it taking place. I don't have the before, all I have is the during and the after. And without that before, we don't really have a concise conclusion. This dude could have got on that train and started yelling at everybody, started harassing people, started harassing everybody that he could get his hands on. Could be. This person could have just been sitting there trying to get out of a situation and saying things in a loud manner and getting choked out for it. We don't know. And the possibilities are endless when it comes to something we don't know about and only getting 15 seconds worth of information. And I know I'm the guy who maybe 2 weeks ago said the person who shot someone for knocking on his door should be in jail, but you got to understand there's more evidence in that scenario than there is in this one. For this one, we just got to sit back and play the obvious waiting game of trying to figure out how did somebody get in this situation. And just because I'm a petty little bastard, I do want to point out we got all these people protesting saying this shouldn't happen, white this, white that, black victim this, black victim that. Where y'all at for any other situation? Oh, I know where you at, sitting at home, because a black life only matters when it's a white person taking it out. And the last thing I'm gonna say is this. I do not understand how people can walk this earth and say things today and try to walk back anything that they could have said in the past. And I want to show you an example of that. This comes from Torre on Twitter. A homeless man yelling on the NYC subway is normal. We see that all the time. What's not normal is for a Marine to sneak up behind him, put him in a chokehold, and unalive him. That's not justified. The Marine could have just done nothing. He should be charged. And this exact same person 2 years ago, pretty much almost around the same time, a 77-year-old white customer at Dunkin' Donuts was upset about something and he called a black 27-year-old employee the N-word. The brother told him, say it again. The old man did. The brother knocked him out. The old man fell, lost consciousness, and died. He fucked around and found out. How can you possibly justify one and demonize the other. In my opinion, both, depending on the evidence of the subway situation, should not have happened. Control your emotions. Control what you're doing on the subway. Yes, we're all humans. All of us act on impulse. A lot of us do things we shouldn't be doing based off emotion, happiness, sadness, anger. But for somebody to be on Twitter saying, hello, we got an obvious problem where someone shouldn't have done something, yet this same person will say, huzzah, punch a white man to death if they say a slur, because that's obviously what we should be doing. You're a hypocrite and you're dancing this fine line between love and hate. And I wish you would stop, because the more you promote that and that mindset and that hypocrisy, the more people will buy into that and not realize where there's smoke, there is some fire. And in the meantime, we got to investigate where the smoke is coming from. Subscribe to the channel. I will see y'all in the next one. Just be patient. Just be conscious. Look at evidence as it comes out, and you won't be a dumbass spouting nonsense on Twitter.